Every single person struggles with discipline and staying consistent to something to actually see results. And that was a huge barrier to entry for me in doing carnivore or animal-based lifestyle, to actually see the results that I wanted to see. If that's you and you struggle, you want to do this, but you're like, just keep jacking up here, you keep eating this there, you have the processed sugars there, this video is going to completely flip that and allow you to reinvent your reality and reinvent a program that you will actually see results from. And what this is essentially a contract. This is not an agreement for people who are willing and able to consistently lie to themselves. So if you're not capable of keeping a promise to yourself and you know it, you don't feel shitty enough, you don't feel sick enough, this isn't gonna work for you. If you are somebody who is in that place and you want to stick with this and you want to see the results, meaning your anxiety goes away, you have no more depression, you lose the weight that you were wanting to lose, you build the muscle that you wanted to have, you save money on food, all of that stuff, this is for you. Let's just pretend I'm doing it with you. And I'm trying to stick to, let's say, carnivore for the next 30 days. So I'm gonna throw up an example of this agreement. So you can see in this, I said eating carnivore for the next 30 days. And then on the top right, there was the date. The date is really important. That means the date that this contract starts. And then you can see in the middle there's all those bullet points. And then the bottom, you can see it's signed by myself and then it's signed by you. What we're doing with this is actually creating an official contract. And a contract is between myself and you in this scenario, where I'm gonna tell you exactly the rules that I'm gonna follow for the next 30 days so that I can implement whatever these habits are that I'm trying to make habits in my day-to-day life. In this contract though, you notice on the bottom it says the first offense and the second offense. There is money attached to this. Money, 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 money. Money, money, money. It makes the world go round. It will make you go round and round and round too. We're gonna hit it in the pockets, right? And that is if we screw up, so if I screw up on any of these bullets, which I'm about to go through in a moment, at all during this month, my first offense, I would owe $50. If I screw up a second time, then I owe you $100. I just wanna say I've actually done this for starting out first offense of $250 and a second offense of $500. And that was because I really, 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 really didn't want to screw up, and it totally freaking worked. So it's up to you how you want to do this. You can do $5, you can do $20. This has to be enough money though to deter you from actually doing the thing that you know 16, 15 days from now, when you're not as emotionally tapped in, you're not as motivated, you're going to stick with, okay? So just be honest with yourself. What is that number? So the very first bullet, it says nothing but meat and electrolytes for this entire month in terms of the food that I'm eating. Second bullet, no sauces on my food unless there's a little bit on there by accident from the restaurant who's actually cooked the food for me. Even if I'm just getting plain wings, that's what I'm getting. That's all. So the third bullet there is that I am allowed to eat out and have meals with my friend when they're in town. So I had a friend in town and they were visiting for a night, and they're a big foodie and I already know that. So I made it okay for myself to just go ahead and loosen up. What I'm doing is creating the discipline around that event through this contract to where I actually can. The next meal after I have that meal, right back onto carnivore for me. Because again, we're rewriting programs and habits for ourselves. The next bullet then says no diet soda or like any of those sugar-free sodas unless I'm eating out at that meal. So I freaking love Coke Zeros. I literally love Diet Dr. Pepper. I literally love like diet root beer. If you guys have ever had a diet root beer, it's like the best thing in the entire world. You don't have to explain to me that they're trash and they're probably cancerous. I know, like I love sugar. I love fake sugar. I love all of it. But it's something that I've always loved, and I know that if I don't put the rules in place to ditch it through this, I'm gonna keep having it. So in this contract, I'm making it so that I cannot actually do it without owing you $50. Or if I do it a couple times, $100 each time. And then finally, the last bullet there is, you know, this is just for me. Your contract's gonna be what it is for you. But for me, I said, I wanna fast for 12 hours at minimum between when I stop eating dinner and when I start eating breakfast. And that's just for me. Do I do it for any particular reason outside of I think that that's healthy to let the body kind of like reset? No, that's why I do it. Basically what we're doing is we're putting the skeleton together for me to find success, and you are holding me accountable. And if I don't do this, or if I screw up and it's very clear guidelines, I owe you this money. And the trick to this, you guys, is that you have to pay it like immediately, like right away. Both you and I have to be very clear on what this agreement is. And if it is for you, I recommend getting your food in bulk because that's going to be a huge thing. Like, you want to have your food ready to go when you do have moments of like weakness or whatever. You want to have enough food ready to go. So I buy all my food in bulk. I get it from a company called Nose to Tail. They are hands down the best I found. They get all their meat from a local farmer, regeneratively raised, meaning it's good for the land, it's good for the animals. They treat the animals very well, which is very important to me. Really, it's just gonna save you a ton of money in the long run, but also it's gonna set you up for success. If you're down with that, if you wanna do that, the link is below. Use the promo code next to it to get a discount. Also, if you are, wanting to make sure you don't get hungry in this, tallow is a great thing to add. Tallow is basically just beef fat. You wanna cook with tallow. If you're doing 80-20 beef, you don't need to cook with tallow. If you're doing bacon and eggs, you guys can see a video where I basically show you exactly what you can eat for your first few weeks right here. If you're cooking with any of that, you don't necessarily need tallow, but it helps you feel fuller and it just tastes really, really good. I usually just put like a bunch of it in my food anyways, just because I like the way it tastes. This is literally what I do, and it works every single time. If you screw up, it's okay, keep going. Guys, there's so much more out there for us than what we've been taught and sold and told. This is just a huge life hack that I found, not only the lifestyle, but also using this agreement. But play with it however you want to do this. So give it a shot, see how you're going to do it, try your own bullets, be realistic about it, and be honest with yourself. And that is the only way that this real new reality for yourself is going to happen. Through discipline, we will find the freedom to actually be happy and healthy and break this programming, break this crazy system that we're in, find health, find joy, and actually potentially make the income what we want, or create the business that we want, or be the parent or the friend that we want, that we're supposed to be. I love talking about all things human optimization, exploration, and life hacks. Love doing this kind of thing. If you guys have any comments, any questions, go ahead and drop it down below. If you need additional support, go ahead and message me on Instagram, please. And then I'll go back and forth with you on there. And if you like this, please do like it so other people who do really need to see this can actually see this through the YouTube algorithm, who, it's help kind of like elevate this for other people so that they can find health and joy and all that as well. But appreciate you guys. As always, y'all are the coolest and the best. I am always so appreciative of you. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys on the next one. Let me know what other videos you would like to see as well. All right, see ya.